What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to go over a quick change of plans in that I am getting rid of my desktop and moving straight to a laptop. Previously, or what I have here is an unboxing of the 16-inch MacBook Pro. This is the M1 base model, and previously I had the 14-inch and returned that mainly because I had a desktop. But now my desktop setup is in the basement because we were expecting a second child, so I had to convert the office into that, and I hate editing photo and video down here. It's just so dark, gloomy. I prefer to be more in outside editing photo and video, or in a location where I can actually see some light. So I'm going to be selling my desktop and moving straight over to just a laptop, and then I will get a USB-C monitor, and I'll still use this down here from time to time. The reason why I'm doing this is because I don't game on my computer. I only use it for photo and video editing, and everything I've read is that the 16-inch M1s, or any M1s, do really, really well, even with C-Log and S-Log and 4K, 8K footage, with just being able to process them fairly easily. They have a media encoder in here, which is probably the reason for that. And I can sell most of my desktop components for a decent amount right now because that stuff's in real high demand. So let's get this thing unboxed. The first thing I noticed is that it is pretty heavy. So I did get the extension cable also. So this laptop cost around $24.99. I did get AppleCare for it because I plan on using this just about everywhere, and I like the peace of mind with it. 3 years, basically you can break it if something happens to it or any type of accident, and you have to pay a fee for it, but it's way cheaper than if it's broken. You have to pay the regular standard repair rate. So I picked this up in Apple Store. They're in stock there. At least the two at my location, they were in stock. I could pick them up the next day. I went with the space gray, but I did originally think about going with the silver model. So you have your standard Apple packaging, nothing too fancy there. I think it's 10-core CPU, 16-core GPU, 512 gigabyte SSD, 16 gigabytes of RAM. I kind of wish I could have got the 32 gigabytes of RAM, but you had to upgrade to the different processor and stuff, and it just put the price towards $3,000, which seemed kind of crazy to me. So the first thing I noticed is that so Apple's done pretty well with their new packaging, where it's all basically recyclable material. So you have your standard Apple stuff here. Pretty sure this has a black sticker in it. The black stickers are what Apple would say is more their Pro line of stuff. Yeah, they're in there. Maybe if I can get them out. Actually, it's not important. They're black stickers. Nothing important there. Then you got your power charger. I think this is 90 watts, 140 watts. I don't know. I honestly don't know what. Actually, let's take this off. Give you an idea. It is very, very small. So compared to some of the beefier laptops out there, like my Lenovo ThinkPad, had a pretty chunky power brick to it. So this is all paper, which is good. Let's see what we got here. 140 watts. That's a pretty small charger for 140 watts, if you ask me. So you have that. You have your nice braided MagSafe, which is back. I'm not going to go over all the specs of this, but you do have MagSafe. And I do like that this cable is braided. That is, we're making a huge mess up here. I do like that it is a braided cable. It makes it a lot easier to just use. It's not as stiff. So you have MagSafe connection here. Don't know if it will focus on that. USB-C. So it basically plugs in, which is nice because these used to be directly onto it. So basically it goes in like that, and you can unhook it. Really nice, good quality material. Everything feels really well made. And that's really it for the packaging. Everything that's in the box. That's really all you need. So now with the computer. So the first thing I noticed picking this thing up is it is heavy. It is definitely a chunky boy compared to their older stuff out there. So I'm not going to show you the inside of the display or anything because it'll turn on, and I don't want to mess with that currently. But the first thing I noticed is just how large it is. So it's pretty substantial in size. So if you're not sure about the 16-inch, I would go to an Apple store and look. see the 13, 14, 16, and see if it's up to you. I personally like big laptops, mainly for photo editing and video editing. It makes the process a lot easier, mainly for photo editing. For video editing, I prefer a big monitor. For photo editing, I love being able to have a large screen to do that on. So you do have the MacBook Pro logo there at the bottom, kind of engraved in, machined in, which is nice. You have the nice feet, which will get it up off the desk. MagSafe 2, USB 4, Thunderbolt, whatever you call them, headphone jack. Prefer the headphone jack on this side, so that is nice, because usually if you use a mouse, then it's not in the way there. You have HDMI, another USB-C, Thunderbolt, and an SD card reader. That is a must. I bought a laptop, a 14-inch Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga that didn't have one, and it was a pain. So I edit photos mainly of our family, but I do that pretty regularly, so it's nice to have that SD card slot there. So that's it. You get your nice standard. Actually, let's go ahead and open it. Big screen. Oh, that's the only thing I don't like when you first open these, they turn on. So big screen, nice keyboard, nice big touchpad, excellent cooling from everything I've read. I will get a review of the stuff as I go, but that's just a general unboxing overview. Why I think if you're doing a lot of photo and video editing, why I think this is probably a go-to option, especially if you don't want to use a desktop and a laptop, which I got tired of doing, and my desktop's way overkill, and everything in there is pretty high demand right now, so I could probably get a decent amount out of it. So that's it. Comments, questions, leave them below. This is hopefully my next setup for the next 5 to 6 years. At least that's my goal. Thanks everyone. Have a good rest of the holiday, and I'll see you guys next time.